And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
The pitch. One there. The pitch. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Now, he battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
And the 1-0. That clips the corner. One out, base is empty. Bounce to the left side. 2 away here in the top of the first. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. These guys can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with his bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of guys squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Two outs.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball.
2 outs, base is empty. On the ground to third. Ortiz slings to first, and the Mets go 1-2-3. End of a half inning of play. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound today, David Peterson. What do you have on him?
Well, the this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Bottom of the first. Now here is in the big leagues. The wind of the pitch. No. Just missed. Strike on the inside corner. Popped up under this one. Makes the grab, one down. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a guy or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And his first big league hit is a double. Garrett Mitchell with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, dude. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
And now it's William Contreras looking for his first big league hit right here. And that one's a little bit low. Ball one. Mitchell leads off second with one gone in the inning. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That one's spoiled, and they count now 2-1. Man at second. Right back to him on the mound. Throws to first in time.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Willie Adames stands in. And that one fouled off. And he deals. And it's 1-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A gigantic blast. His first homer of the year. The Brewers score first. It's 2-0.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. And it's 2-zip. Back after this on the show.
Gotta make this life go paradise, so I go paranormal like paradise. But my mojo right, and my motor right, so I roll the dice. So I seize the day. I'm blowing up. I'm blowing up. I'm blowing up. I'm blowing up. I'm in that zone. I'm in.
New inning getting started. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Ray back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. Left-hand hitter waits. Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. It's there, and that's a great play.
Great reaction there to get to the baseball, secure it, and then no time to get up and throw. Throws from one knee. That's a guy that's got a lot of confidence in his arm strength and accuracy.
Here's Pete Alonso. Fly ball down the line. Mitchell gets under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down.
Batting 6th, the right fielder, number 6.
Starling Marte up to hit.
Marte.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
Ball. 1-1.
Swing and a ball popped up. Hauls it in to end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. And they're down 2-0. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the second. And here's the catcher, Gary Sanchez. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. The wind and the pitch. Inside, just missed.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
And another ball.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
The wide to kick the pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2. The pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Batting 7th.
And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Isaac Collins. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. it's fouled away. And now 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Joseph Ortiz in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. Two outs. That misses. And a count 1-2. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one handled. Throws to first. And Milwaukee is set down in order. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 2 full. It's the Brewers 2 and the Mets nothing. Back here at American Family Field. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. The right-hander back to work. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Torrens in his 4th year, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. That's to 3rd. Slings it across. 1 up, 1 down.
The center field.
And now Bader up to the plate. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. Outside. Next offering is in for a strike. One down, base is empty. To 3rd, Ortiz fires across the diamond, and Bader is set down.
Batting up, the shortstop, Luis Angel Acuna.
And stepping in for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. To the right side, Monasterio. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Francisco Lindor to the plate now. Fans love him, but he's pretty popular with the players, too.
He certainly is, Boog. A player survey on MLB.com listed him as one of the friendliest infielders to chat with during a game. I'm sure he appreciates the recognition from his peers.
Acuna leads off first with 2 down to the inning. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets strand 1. They trail it here 2-0. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's the second baseman, Andrew Monasterio. The lefty fires. Outside. And that's ball 1. And
balls,
another
no
ball.
strike.
This one high in the air to left center. Bader sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away.
The center fielder, number 11, Jackson.
Next for the Brewers, Jackson Choria.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat. Get that first hit at the big league level.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Kicks and deals.
Ball. 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That one in the dirt, and it's 3-2. And they'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the pitch. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Jackson Choria with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boo. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
So digging in, Garrett Mitchell doubled his first time up. There's a swing and a drive. And that should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He scores. It's 3-zip.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
One down. William Contreras, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. On the ground to third. Whips it to first. Now 2 out.
Now back, the shortstop, Willie Adames.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Willie Adames. He's already homered in this game. Missed inside with the curve. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. That one's in there, and now it's even 1-1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Brewers pick up a run on this RBI double. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show.
I'm crazy. Don't get involved with me. I drop the top and feel this autumn breeze. You need gas too. We can't be all on E.
Back here in Milwaukee, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead off the fourth, number 11. Ray back to work.
No, that's low.
Just missed.
Well, these Mets just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark Vientos.
So man aboard, and now it's Mark Vientos. Grounded out his first time. Ball 1 low.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Runner at first with no outs here. On the ground left side, 6. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. Grounded out his first time. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. Brandon Nimmo with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boo. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Runners on the corners with 1 gone. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Flied to right his first time. To the left side, but it is well fouled. Two on, 1 out. Hard ground ball, base knock. The run scores from third. It's 3-1.
The batter, the right fielder.
So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just 1 swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Here's Starling Marte. First time up was a pop out. And that one is in for a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Here comes a pitch. Nimmo on second. Alonso over first with 1 away. That missed inside. Now 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That's out to center field. Chourio on the move. He's got it. 2 down.
The catcher, number 13,
So first and second with 2 outs. So up next for New York, Luis Torrens. He's 0 for 1. In there at the knees. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Bounce to the right side. Fires over to Hoskins. They limit the damage here, but the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the 4th, stepping in the long ball threat, Rhys Hoskins. Pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Brewers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
The punch out there. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, big power guy right there, and generating so much bat speed, it's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. And he tried to chip the swing, just couldn't do it.
Gary Sanchez now. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. In the dirt, 1-0.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
That one inside, and now 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. Fouls one off. 2-2. The pitch. Good job to fight that one off. 1 down, base is empty. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A massive home run. His first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient. Paid off.
So 1 out, nobody on. Isaac Collins up now for the Brewers. And a bunt towards third. And foul ball. The 0-1. High chopper to third. Vientos sends it across to first. 2 gone now.
Third baseman, number 3.
Here's the third baseman, Joseph Ortiz. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a ball popped up. Moving under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Another run for Milwaukee with the homer. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for New York, Harrison Bader. Yeah, the right-hander back to work. And that one missing low.
Well, these Mets need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2. Wouldn't chase that time. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and there's one down.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Luis Angel Acuna. Now fly ball to right center. It gets down a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Luis Angel Acuna with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Back to the top of the Mets order, Francisco Lindor getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. Acuna leads off first with one away. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Low throw, and he can't dig it out.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
And a pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 1 out and a runner at second. Now a screamer into the outfield. Mitchell makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now back the second baseman, Jose.
Now the number 2 hitter, 1 for 2.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
First pitch, and he just misses. That's down and in.
2-0.
Two outs and a runner at third. And we're in the top of the 5th. That one misses. And now 3-0. Mark Vientos hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat, and they'd love to give him a shot here.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's a big power threat. Mark Vientos. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Corners are occupied with 2 down. Foul ball there. Two on, 2 outs. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. At the belt and fires. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Ray over to first, and he's back in there. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Right-hander kicks, deals. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third comes across, and now just a 2-run deficit. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. First and second, 2 down. And the 0-2. And ball 1. The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Two outs. Hit hard on the ground is short. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Give me everything you got.
Back here at American Family Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Up now for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. And a pitch. There's a strike.
Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, anytime one of your hitters gets drilled, it catches everyone's attention in the dugout, and you know what? It kind of gets you fired up.
That one fouled off. And there's a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. And there's a ball. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Huascar Brazoban appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Young, a left-hander, also throwing. And now the lefty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Mitchell, batting with one down, takes a strike.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
Late that time, and it's strike two. Off the mark there. And that's ball one.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you. It kind of makes you look silly.
Snap throw to first. And he's back in on a dive. Contreras in now. Takes ball one off the plate. That one missed. Monasterio, the runner at first with two gone. That's ripped, base hit, and it gets by him. Coming home. He'll score easily, and they're up by 3. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. David Peterson is done, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. New pitcher on here, Oscar Brazoban, on for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Now it's going to be Willie Adames. That one's in there, 0-1.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter out.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Brewers pick up a run on this RBI double. It's now 5-2. Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
And he deals. And he pumps it a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Righty delivers. And down on strikes. And that's the first out. Starling Marte up now for the Mets. First pitch misses. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
And it is 2-1. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Starling Marte with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And next for the Mets, Luis Torrens. And that one fouled off.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Pickoff throw. Marte dives back in.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
That's a ball.
Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And the righty deals. And he takes a strike.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
And here it comes.
Ball 2.
When he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So up next for New York, Harrison Bader. Swing and a miss. Bader, 29 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2015. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's outside.
1 and 2.
Two outs.
Oh.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around second is Marte. Around third. He will score. It's 5-3. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock. And
get both of those goes out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
The batter will be the shortstop, Luis Angel Acuna. Fought off foul. Bader stands at second with 2 gone. The pitch. And a ground ball to first. He takes it on his own. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now a 5-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
I'm on now. I'm dropping the top. I'm skirting off. I'm in a foreign now. Magic City, bringing them.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Rhys Hoskins. And a pitch. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Action in the Mets bullpen. Adam Ottavino appears to be getting loose. Garrett getting loose as well. That's in for a strike. And another ball. Next offering is downstairs. Bounced up the middle. Toss to Alonso. 1 up, 1 down.
The pitcher, number 99,
Gary Sanchez. He's already homered here in this one. That one off the mark. Ball 1. Kicks and fires. And that one just missed off the outside edge. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. And a pitch. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 3. Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Kicks and deals. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Now back.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Isaac Rollins. And that clips the inside corner. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Brewers go down quietly, and it remains 5-3. Pitching change here, Joel Paynes on for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
The 1-0. This one ripped, but foul to the right. The pitch. And this is inside. Next offer in there for a strike. It's 2-2. The line of the pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Mitchell makes the grab, one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now it's the second baseman. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great two-hole hitter or a guy that you can put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
Chourio makes the catch. 2 down. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. Ripped to short. Adames the throw to first. And that is the inning. Mets go down quickly. They're still down 5-3. Set for the last half of the 7th. Down the third baseman, Joseph Ortiz. Brazoban back to work. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, no strike.
Pitch is in the dirt. 3-1. Righty to the plate. Inside ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Man at first. Next for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. And ball 1.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
And a pitch. That just misses. 2-0. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a foul straight back. Ortiz gets his lead at first with nobody out. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
And a swing and a miss. And there's one away. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. And now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. And that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So first and second with 1 man gone. And now the right fielder, Garrett Mitchell. That's in there. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Not close with that one. And 1-1. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
At the belt and fires. Got him. And there's 2 away. So first and second with 2 outs. William Contreras up now for the Brewers. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. Right through there for a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Joe Ross. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Here comes a pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And now 2-2. Stays alive. Kawhi to kick the pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. Grounder off the pitcher. And he beats the throw very close right there. Jared Koenig gets the call from the pen.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. There's the strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The tying run at the plate. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Tying run at the plate. And one away.
Obviously, that was nowhere near the strike zone. By the time it got to the plate, people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Now it's the right fielder, Starling Marte. Just missed. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Working down to the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now, as a hitter, you have to be really disciplined. Don't look down because you'll end up chasing the ball down. Set your sights high. Maybe you get a mistake.
The 2-1. And a big swing and a miss. The other way. Hauls it in for the out. Takes it to the bag himself and doubles him off. Pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Adam Ottavino.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Willie Adames now at the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And here it comes. Down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Up next is
and it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
One down, base is empty. Outside low, and the count 1-2. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. Swings and misses. Had him way out front of the slur.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Sanchez at the plate and takes high there. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch is outside. Two and one to Sanchez. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That one back there. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. No runs, no hits, no errors. Through 8 full, it's the Brewers 5 and the Mets 3. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Devin Williams. A chance at his first save of the year. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. The pitch. On the corner for a strike.
0-1.
That one not close. And the count is 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Stretches out and holds it in.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
He's 2 outs away. Next to hit, Harrison Bader. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Pitch misses there, and the count even 1-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. One and 2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Acuna stands in now and watches strike 1. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that is the ball game. Ray with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
The 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaffner. Thanks for joining us.
With a victorious Brewers, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, they lay 4 runners on base. For the Mets, 3 runs on hits, no errors, they lay 7 runners on base. Time of ball, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Our ticket attendance at American Family Field is 41,900. The Brewers thank you for a Thursday game. Reminder, please, run, stay safe. Wow. Out.